Hello guys, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Favour Okpaleze. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys the three methods that I use to store my tomatoes. A lot of you are asking how I was going to store that plenty tomatoes. Well, say no more. In this video we are going to be going through the steps, the methods that I use to store the tomatoes in freezer, out of freezer. Well, without further ado, let us get started. So the first and second method start out alike, that is by boiling down the puree. This is a puree of tomato and tatashe. Yeah, somebody asked me what tatashe is. Tatashe is actually our local red bell pepper. Anywho, so in this big pot I have the puree of tomato and tatashe. So you have to boil this down for quite a while, a long while. So right now it's been boiling for quite a while, for about 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours. I know some of you will be saying that's a lot of time to cook. Yeah, that's a lot of time to cook. So there are different methods you can actually use, but I just prefer to boil it down in this first method. This is the first method. I prefer to boil it down. You can actually cook it for a while, for like 2 hours. You will still have to cook for a really long time. Cook for 2 hours and sieve. So always occasionally come back to scrape it down, like every 20 to 30 minutes you come back, scrape it down and cover and let it cook. Now it's been cooking. I let it cook for another additional 1 hour, so that's like a total time of 3 hours to cook one pot. This is not all. Additional 3 hours to cook one pot, and this is what I get. Like I said, this is the first method. So for the first storage method, you can use plastic or freezer bags or ziploc, as some people call it, and some people wonder why I use this a lot. Is because it saves space and it's not really expensive. Anyway, you can also use plastic containers like this, or any kind of container that you have. You don't have to break a bank to store these things, so use this to store for the first method. Look at the texture that I get. Like I said, this is the first method. This is not all the methods. So I didn't let it cook till it is completely dry. As you can see, it still has a little, very little moisture to it, but that is how I store it. So before we continue, or as we go on in this our tomato paste making business, have you subscribed to this channel? If you have not, please I'm begging you, do subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notifications whenever I post new videos. Thank you. So right now I'm going to be putting it into the freezer. You store this in the freezer. You can actually store in the fridge, but if you want it to last longer without changing taste, the best bet for this first method is the freezer. So as you can see here, I'm unlocking it and pressing it. This is to get air out of the bag, because you want it to be able to lay flat. So on to the next method. As you can see, I still have a lot of water in this, but not to worry, I will show you what will happen to this in the next step. So for the next step, you need a fine mesh sieve, you know, the kind of sieve you use for your pap, flour, all those kind of things. Yeah, so that is the kind of sieve you need for this next step. You will use it to sieve out the puree. You need to get the water out of the puree. You need to get all the water out of the puree actually, and this would stand for a few hours. If you want to completely get the water out of it, you leave it to stand for a few hours. So you can see the water that it is already getting out of this. I've not even left it to stand for up to 5 minutes, and this is the water that has come out of it. So I'll just cover and let it sit for, I left mine actually for overnight. So the container you need for storing in this second method is a glass jar, or bama jar as some people would call it. You know, that container that is used for selling the big bama. Yeah, that kind of container is what you will need. So in a boiling pot, in a pot of boiling water, I mean, you add the glass jar and the cover, but if your cover is plastic, please do not add it in because it will melt. So this is what the puree now looks like after I left it to stand overnight. You can see that it has little to no moisture in it. This looks like the tomato paste you would buy in the market. True or false? Am I lying or not? Oh no. Now you can see the load of water that was changed from this thing. Like if you press this tomato, you will not get any water. See the plenty water. Mind you, I cooked this for a long while. So now I'm transferring the tomato paste into the glass jar that has been sterilized. Mind you, you have to sterilize your glass jar. This is called a pasteurizing method. That is the name of this method. So once you're done filling your jar, you cover it and transfer it into a pot of boiling water, and you leave it in the boiling water to cook for around, or pasteurize for around 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, I am taking it off the heat. Now you can see the first method, which is storing in the freezer. A lot of people are saying that the tomato will change taste if you leave it to stay in the freezer for a while. No, trust me on this, it does not change taste. This will last a year long. If you do it the way I've shown you, it will last a year long. Taste remains the same. And for the second method, the pasteurizing method, you can leave this to stay on your kitchen counter or shelves for as long as possible, for like 6 months, and nothing do this thing. It will not change taste. Anything I'm telling you, trust me on this. And then for the final method, which I didn't really show, which is just storing it the way you bought it in a freezer bag or in whichever container or bag you want to use to store it. Like I usually store like this. I also have this one because sometimes I just want to have like a rough chop tomatoes kind of thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notifications when I post my new videos. And until my next video, I will see you guys. Bye.